I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to call the Lamar City Council regular meeting for Tuesday, February 4th to order. Roll call, please.
Goodchild?
Yes.
Wick?
Yes.
Sturgeon?
Here.
Bruns?
Here.
Pick?
Here.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Starting with B, hearing, Parkview Terrace Mobile Home Park rezoning. At the January 21, 2025 meeting, council set this date and time to hear public comments on the rezoning of two parcels of property at the Parkview Terrace Mobile Home Park located at 76 16th Avenue Northwest. It is recommended that parcel 12-08-376-013, located at the east end of the mobile home park, currently zoned RC or Conservation District, and parcel 12-08-376-012 on the south end of the mobile home park, currently zoned B2 or General Business District, both be rezoned to R2 or Apartment District. This would allow them to expand the mobile home park into these two parcels. I'd like to open the hearing and ask for any comments on this project. Anybody here to address the mobile home park rezoning? Seeing none, I'll turn to the council and ask your wishes. Administration and Planning and Zoning recommend the council approval.
Motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 994, amending zoning districts.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Curiosity, I thought the plan was for mobile homes and then sellable homes on the, what I'm gonna call the, it would be the north side. I mean, I haven't heard about apartments out here. And if I have, then
Two different things.
Yeah, it's two different projects, but I think the R2 allows them to place the mobile homes, even though it's called apartment district.
So make sure I got you right. I mean, this is simply for
mobile home.
the mobile home. So if you go out to Parkview Terrace,
Yes.
there's the empty ground between
Yep, the ball fields.
the homes and the ball fields.
Right.
And then between the homes and Highway 3.
Okay.
That's what this is for.
Right, correct.
For him to put more of those in.
Mobile, yes.
Yeah.
But I was told that but this isn't about anything.
To the north.
North.
The north
Nope.
is not for the north.
No.
Thank you, because I was getting it.
Oh, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Bruns?
Yes.
Pick?
Yes.
Goodchild?
Yep.
Wick?
Yes.
Sturgeon?
Yes.
Motion carried. Moving on to general discussion, citizens. This is a time for citizens to address the council. Any citizens here to address the council for anything?
They're all discussed out from last week.
Discussed out, that's a good term. All right, seeing none, we'll close the time for citizens and move to the thumbs up award. We'll start to my right. Brad, what do you have?
Thumbs up to all of the folks that came to the town hall meeting last Thursday, and thumbs up to city staff for being willing to be here and help with that event that night as well.
I'd like to echo those sentiments. I wasn't able to be here. I was on a fishing trip, but I did watch the meeting, and thumbs up to all those who attended.
If you would like every word from the meeting, you can read the Sentinel tonight. So,
Special edition.
yeah. Clark?
I agree. It was a very, very thumbs up, deserving meeting. I did have one suggestion from a citizen who was here. He said, next time, everybody said it was great. He said, but next time, have the following person up the mic, have the next person standing and ready to go. He says there was a lot of delay and confusion, seeing who's going next, so we used to have the next guy on deck. And I said, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, good.
It's an idea.
Yeah. I don't really have anything other than echoing the sentiments before.
I
I'm just
Steve?
gonna thank Clem and the Sentinel for covering it so well. I was gonna say the article today was very thorough.
Very thorough. Mark?
Yeah, that's what I had on my list too. And I thought we had a good conversation. There were a couple of good points brought up. Some of the things they were concerned about we're already working on, so we were able to inform them of that. And I spoke to the same person Clark did that just said maybe next time have a on-deck circle or a queue or some way of just keeping it flowing.
We can have John be the doorman then, sitting right there.
It was my favorite meeting, I'll tell you that, though. It was great. Yeah.
Okay, moving on to consent items. Under the consent items, we have an approval for the January 21, 2025 regular meeting minutes, a list of bills for period ending 1/31/2025, renewal of our liquor license for Walmart Quick Star Bob's, and a temporary premise transfer to Willow Creek, and 2 new 5-day liquor licenses to Willow Creek and the American Legion, urban revitalization tax exemption request, a community Easter egg hunt, and KNSJB second edition, and that will require a resolution and roll call.
I would make a motion to approve consent items 1 through 5 with resolution 25-6 for number 6.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on any of those items? Not, we'll have a roll call, please.
Goodchild.
Yep.
Wick.
Yes?
Hick.
Yes.
Sturgeon.
Yes.
Bruns.
Yes.
Motion carried. Moving on to action items, E1. Since I don't know how to pronounce this, we're going with Eocene Services Agreement. I'm assuming that's right. If not, I apologize to Eocene, or however you say it. Attached is a services agreement from Eocene Environmental Group to provide an asbestos survey for the Centennial building located at 1140 3rd Avenue Southeast. At the January 21, 2025 council meeting, council tabled action and asked staff to provide additional information. The city originally sold the building in 2012 and recently bought the building back in 2024. A SHAP survey was completed in 2012 that detected asbestos in the building. The city performed minimal abatement prior to the sale and sold the building as is. According to the IDNR, asbestos surveys older than a year are not considered valid. Also, the time frame between the asbestos removal and the demolition can exceed 1 year as long as the city maintains ownership and the building is not used. But the IDNR will make a determination on a case-by-case basis. Administration recommends the council approve the agreement to perform the survey, and council should consider asbestos removal and demolition to follow soon after. Financial estimates for the asbestos removal, we have the bid there. We don't have a bid because we don't have an abatement.
I do have it.
Oh, we do have a bid? Okay.
242,000.
242,000. And demolition of 200,000. The property currently is located or is included in the Lamar's Highway 75 bypass urban renewal area and is therefore eligible for TIF reimbursement of costs. The city will need to amend the urban renewal plan to add demolition of Centennial as a project. Costs would need to be certified by December 1, 2026.
All right, so keep in mind those estimates are simply for your purpose of having an idea. I mean, it would have to be bid out, so.
Yeah. And the demolition was an estimate from a contractor, or a rough estimate from a contractor.
And I think in what I wrote in there, I think answers is towards the question you asked last time, Clark, about the time frame.
Timing.
Yeah, but he said it shouldn't be an issue. So, but they do look at it case by case.
Okay. So since you have this $242,000 estimate for asbestos removal, what exactly are we dealing with? What's coming out of it? all the asbestos, but what is it?
Yeah, I didn't bring that. There's still sealing,
Okay,
texturing, tiles, and then mastic under the tiles are the three biggest things.
okay.
There might be some pipe wrap in there too,
So our window wrap,
but it didn't have caulking,
it didn't,
which is surprising.
yeah. Okay, but this is a,
It does state in that report though that it did sample the caulking, but it did not have asbestos.
okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised, I don't know how much rules have changed. You know, that might have been the rule back in 2012, the standards, but maybe caulking will come into it now.
Can
don't
I
know.
throw this out there as a possibility? All the news that I see and pay attention to says that there will be a relaxing of some of these regulations in the next 4 years. And I'm wondering if it would be wise to hold off. I'm not saying we should, I'm just asking the question, because if there's a relaxing of the rules, quite a saving.
I don't see
That's up to
asbestos
you
going
guys.
away.
Yeah,
It's been on the radar for a long time.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it's worth incurring the cost and move forward to remove the building.
And these are Iowa rules, right? Iowa DNR?
I believe so,
So I
yes.
think 2-year window's probably a closer look, but who knows, it could be 20 years.
It's all trickled down, I mean, so.
Gotcha.
But, okay, that's fine. I'm willing to go ahead with it. And I appreciate getting the information for us on this too, Jason, so.
This is not an exciting project. This is not money anyone wants to spend, but I don't know what else to do
It's
with that
necessary.
building, you know, and the costs are gonna keep climbing. I wish it was torn down 20 years ago, but
To that note, I think every chance to salvage and use that building has been, we've tried.
Exhausted.
We've tried. So-
And that was one of the citizens' concerns that night, and he spoke to me about it again last night, and I don't blame him, but I wasn't here around then. I don't think any of us were here as decisions were made, and we trusted the word of people that we're gonna do something with it, and maybe that didn't pan out, so here's where we're at, and we have to do something with it.
Absolutely.
I think it was one of the most challenging buildings on the campus there as far as how it was built.
Absolutely.
Then I would make a motion to approve the agreement with Eocene Environmental Group to perform an asbestos survey for the Centennial building located at 1140 3rd Avenue Southeast at a cost of $23,000.
Seconded.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Moving on to E2, Surface Transportation Block Grant Program. The City of Lamar's has consistently used STBG funding for eligible roadway improvements. Below is a list of upcoming projects already approved. 2025, 12th Street Southeast, 2nd Avenue to 4th Avenue reconstruction. 2028, 7th Avenue Southeast to 12th Street to 18th Street reconstruction. An application has been prepared for 4th Avenue Southeast, Plymouth Street to 2nd Street, and Northland Drive to 12th Street. If approved, the project would be scheduled for fiscal year '29. Administration recommends council approval. Total cost, $21,151,676. Engineering, $264,000 for a total of $1,887,676. Grant of 75% or $1,415,757, and local funding of 25%, which would be $471,919.
Just, Rob, if you take another shot at that total cost, I think you said 21 million.
Oh, 1 million.
No,
2,151,000.
2,151,676, sorry.
just for the record, so people listening don't.
I guess I better slow down.
It's a lot.
All right, so any questions? You guys drive those streets. This would essentially finish up 4th Avenue. From Highway 3 to 12th Street. Likelihood of getting approved this cycle, I don't think so, but at least I'll get an application in there. And I say that simply because of, we were awarded that 7th Avenue Southeast project last year.
So
they
it
might deem it somebody
behooves us
else's
to
turn.
get on a few cycles of
Of rejection.
rejection.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You gotta go through your, yeah.
So 29 would be the best possible scenario.
For this money, unless we decide to do it ourselves.
Well, I would say that block from Plymouth to First at least should have something done with it before then. That one's really bad.
It is extremely bad.
I mean, if we don't get
Would
this,
we
then,
have some road use to use if we chose to do it ourselves?
road use is very low.
And we want to use sort of what is there on Business 75, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm assuming road use is gonna go in hole pretty quick. So,
We can always apply for the grant, and then if we decide to do it ourselves sooner, we can, still, right?
yeah, we could take it out, yep,
That's a good idea.
yep.
But if we're gonna, yeah, you're 100% right. If we were gonna do one block, we might as well do them both. If we were gonna do it ourselves. And at the same time, do we wanna look at putting a control signal at 4th and Plymouth?
4th and where?
Plymouth? By the Sinclair station down here.
Are you talking lights or?
Some sort of traffic device.
That I'm assuming would be dependent on the DOT getting their approval. It's their state highway.
They have to do a traffic count study or something.
Yeah, Clark, coming to work, I use that intersection going from work. It's not worth it.
I'm just curious.
Cars come around that curve pretty quick.
I'll move to approve application of Surface Transportation Block Grant Program STBG for the 4th Avenue Southeast PCC Reconstruction Project for fiscal year '29.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And move to approve resolution number 25-6, officially committing. 25-7, sorry. Motion to approve resolution number 25-7, officially committing funds and providing for the operation and maintenance of said roadway.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Goodchild.
Yes.
Wick.
Yes.
Sturgeon.
Yes?
Bruns.
Yes.
Pick.
Yes.
Motion carried. Moving on to E3, 2025 Industrial Road Sanitary Sewer Extension. Beck Engineering has prepared plans for the 2025 Industrial Road Sanitary Sewer Extension Project. The project consists of extending the sanitary sewer main to serve 4 lots on the Lamar's Industrial Park 2nd and 3rd editions that currently do not have access to sewer. Lot 7, Lamar's Industrial Park 2nd edition, is currently being constructed and will need sewer as soon as possible. Proposed schedule: February 4, 2025, council set public hearing. February 18, 2025, public hearing. March 12, 2025, bid opening at 10 a.m. March 18, 2025, award. August 1, 2025, completion. Administration recommends council proceed with the public hearing. The estimate for the project is $102,695 to be funded with TIF.
Water's already there? Make a motion to establish February 18th, 2025 at 12 p.m. for a public hearing on plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of costs for the 2025 Industrial Road Sanitary Sewer Extension Project, and to establish March 12th, 25 to receive and open bids with said bids considered at the March 18th, 25 meeting.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to discussion items. I think we'll skip down to annual reports and get started on those. Police is up first.
Mayor Bixman, City Council. My name is Kevin Vandebeck, the Chief of Police, and this is the 2024 annual report for the Police Department. I'll just go through the pages as I go. The first page, you'll see a picture of our what's going to be our new police fleet. Just a little bit of change with the graphics and moving away from the black and white vehicles, which tended to be a little more expensive to wrap and put decals on. On page 2 shows the members of the Lamar's Police Department. The only notation I'll make is Police Officer Daniel Calzadias was hired in 2024, and that was the only change we made in staffing last year. On page 3, I'll kind of hit the highlights. First of all, the flood of 2024. I'd like to thank the other city staff members, fire department, and citizens that drove by the police department during the flood. I don't know everybody that was there. They volunteered their time. They helped us bag and prepare for water coming into our building. So I would like to thank the community for that. Our training room. Our training room was used 36 times last year outside of the police department using it. So any nonprofit, we allow them to come in. Other agencies can use our training facility, so it got used quite frequently, which we liked. Body-worn cameras, we purchased